Hi Fabstars, today I want to talk about the land saving scheme. I know most of us are asking, what is the land saving scheme? We have so many new members asking about the scheme. So today we are demystifying what the land saving scheme is and the journey through it all, how it came to be and where do we hope to be as members of the Fabulous Beautiful Homes group. So stay tuned. I am your host, Immaculate Nantongo. So where do we begin from? The land saving scheme, how did it come to be? Most of us want to stay in areas that are developed. That is our dream, to stay in a place where roads are nice, where it's a planned estate. Basically, we want to stay in areas like Kololo, we want to stay in areas like Nigeria, things like that. Unfortunately, most of us are working class and we can't afford those areas. So many times I got questions like, Immaculate, I want to buy a plot in Nigeria. I am staying in Nigeria. I'm staying in Chira, in one of those estates in Chira, but I can't afford it. So basically, it was one of those things that members of the group kept coming up with problems of saving, that they can't manage the prices of the areas that they want to stay in. Yeah, so one time I also stayed in a place like Kololo. I stayed in a place. I loved the roads. The roads were nice, and I loved the environment, wide roads, and then the neighborhood is well planned. When many guys were coming to me asking these questions, I could relate, because even me, right now where I built my home, my house is good, my house is okay. I've shared it before here, so it's okay, it's beautiful, but the neighborhood is not nice. Banange, the road leading to my home is so small. So it kept coming up. There are so many people, they built their houses, they are beautiful houses, but the neighborhood is not good. Today you built your home, and then the next place the neighbor puts a bar there. You can't control them. So those are the challenges, some of the challenges that members of the group were actually facing. We had also so many people who are complaining they can't save because they don't have the money to buy a plot up front. Plots in these areas are like 30 million, 40 million, and most of us are average earners. Most people in the group are average earners. So we needed to come up with a solution to cater for people like that. You want a good environment, you want to live in an area, you don't have the money up front to buy the area you want. So that is how the dream of the land saving scheme came up, having Fabulous Beautiful Homes estate in different areas of the country. So in 2019, this idea came into my mind. I was like, how about, because these are the challenges that most of us were going through on the group, most people. I sat down and I said, how about if we members of Fabulous Beautiful Homes will come together, buy a chunk of land in a distant place, not very distant, but in the central part of the country, near, so that we create these roads that we want. We create the neighborhoods, the well-organized neighborhoods, so that residential places are not next to commercial places. You understand? That we regulate which plots we clearly allocate plots for commercial, like if someone is putting up a school, if someone is putting up recreational services, if someone is putting up a church or entertainment or a health center. So those, we mark them as commercial places, and then we stick residential plots to only residential. Whether residential, you're going to stay in there, or you're going to do what? To rent them out. That's how the land saving scheme came up, because it was from that desire to have an organized estate, an organized living area with good roads, with all these facilities. But when these facilities are not clashing with where you're staying, like you have a beautiful home, but there's a bar. So the recreational services will be at one end, and then also the residentials will be on one end. So that is how the land saving scheme came up. And I'm so glad that in 2019 we had the first scheme, the first phase. We saved up to 2020. That's when lockdown came. But in the first phase, we got 2 estates. We got one estate in Busika, Kalagala, and another on Bombo, Chirolo, Kalasa, yeah. So those are the first 2 estates. It was our pioneer project, and I'm so happy that we had people who believed in that dream, and now they own a piece of land. Things that wouldn't have been possible if they had not saved with a scheme, if they had not been a part of the community. Basically, the scheme is believing in numbers, that as members of the group, we can be the change that we want to see. If you want a beautiful community, let development find you in that place that you want to stay at. You get? So that is how we bring the development. When some of us build in these areas, usually the estates are 10 acres. So if the estate has 10 acres and there are 70 plots, and only 30 people build in that estate, only a small percentage, 30 people build in that estate, that means that area will have developed. So development will find us there. We create the roads, we create the people book health centers, people build schools, that I know one day when everyone has settled, when people have built, you will appreciate what we are doing, you will appreciate the process, but it all began with us saving. Yeah. So even phase two, we got 4 estates. We got Chiwenda, we got Chiwenda, we got Bombo, Kale, we got Kasanje, and then we had the Mukono estate. Yeah, so those are the 4 estates in phase 2. Phase 3, we have 5 estates. We have in Mukono, the one where you saw the Lake view that I posted some time back. Yeah, that one. So we have Mukono, we have Kasanje. Kasanje is a big deal with members of the scheme. We have Bombo, and then we have Kachiri Chikandwa. Yeah. So as I was saying, let us be the development that we want to see. I know many people want these developed areas, but those places you're looking at that you want to stay in right now were once upon a time a distant place. So it is the people who develop the areas. Once a person builds a nice house, another one builds a nicer house, another one builds a nice house, and before you know it, our estates will be a hit. So members, I encourage you that you save. There is power in numbers. What we are doing right now, we are leveraging on the fact that we have huge numbers, members of the scheme, that were able to buy different areas, land from different areas, and then develop the areas ourselves. Yeah. So phase 4 is ongoing. Yeah. How do you be a part of the phase 4? First of all, the requirements. Phase 4 is 8,040,000 shillings. So a plot, the size of the plot is 50 by 100. So the 8 million includes site clearing. It includes site clearing. It includes creation of the mother title. It includes creating even the individual titles. Only thing that is waiting for it will be to transfer into your own names. That is what is not included in the 8 million, transferring the title into your names. But other things, it's catered for. So once we save for a period of 12 months. Yeah, so we have so far saved 1 month, and that is in March. But we are open for new members to come in, because the dream is big. We want to create different estates in different parts of the country. We know that when we come together as people, as members of the scheme, we come together, we can create the environment that we want to see. Today, I'm most likely to shift from my place where I built, not because I don't like my house, but because I would rather stay in a developed area. I would rather stay in a place where the roads are wide enough for 2 cars to pass. Right now, it's not possible. I would rather stay in a place where I know my neighbor cannot just put up a bar next to me, or put up a church, or put up anything just next to me. So that is the power in the numbers that I was talking about. Let us use this opportunity to be a part of something that I know in future, in 5 years, in 3 years, you are going to change your whole, the way you see things. I was saying we save 8 million, but it is divided into 12 months. So each month we are paying 670. Oh, by the way, we also have the option of paying weekly or daily. I have so many people, you guys, we have so many members here. Some cannot afford the monthly, but they do daily. Actually, it was a member who inspired me to start the daily savings, because as women, mainly Asia women and men, but it was actually a man who was telling me, but I can afford 23 daily, I can save it. So if you save 23,000 daily, by the end of the 12 months, you'll have saved 8.04. So we have the daily savings, we have the monthly savings. Daily savings 23,000, weekly savings we have 167,000, and then we have the monthly savings of 670. Yeah, so when you multiply that at the end of the year, each plot will be 8.04. Another thing, you can have more. Actually, you can have more than one plot of land. Yes, it's okay. You can say you want to multiply, you want 4 plots, you just multiply by 4. If you want 3 plots, you multiply by 3. If you want 2, you multiply by 2. We do not limit how many plots a person can get. Yes, so how do you become a member? We have our offices are located at Wabiona Plaza in Bweyogere, 3rd floor. Fabulous, beautiful homes, and our numbers are running down. So if you're interested, don't hesitate to come up and sign up and be part of the future, creating the environment, the communities that you want to stay in. Wouldn't it be fabulous to know that your immediate neighbor actually subscribes to this group and wants to live in a developed area and wants fabulosity? You won't have to argue. Right now I'm arguing with people because they build in roads, but if we have a common goal and we know, you know what, with good roads, so the roads are marram, by the way, but with wide enough roads, I know most of us, that's what we would want, to stay in an organized environment. Fabulous Beautiful Homes actually is a registered company. It's a registered real estate and construction company, also dealing in interior. So we're fully registered by URSB. We are fully registered by URSB, and we have a track record. We are not just doing this for the short haul. We want to see organized communities in Uganda, in East Africa, people coming together, even low-income earners coming together to build good communities for themselves and also for their children. So we are not doing this to scam you. We are doing this for the long haul. We want to be in business. We want to establish communities that are beautiful, that at the end of the year, at the end of the day, our children and children's children will look at and be very proud that their parents were able to accomplish something. So we also sign a contract. There's a contract like anything. Our contract is a legally binding document between us and you guys. So when you come on board, that contract has your details, your responsibilities, and our responsibilities. And even in an event where we fail to agree, the contract binds us, so you can sue us, we can sue you. Though we have not sued anyone and no one has sued us, and we pray and we know that it shall remain that way, because we are committed to having fabulous communities, not only in Kampala. Jinja, we are coming soon. And other parts of the country, Mbarara, we are also coming. So thank you so much. I hope this has educated you. If you have any questions about the land saving scheme, please write a comment below and I will answer you. I've been Immaculate Nantonga. I hope I've answered most of your questions. I love you so much. God bless you.